Hey, what's up, Abundance community? This is Dr. TK, and I'm super excited today to talk to you about 3 ways to reinvent yourself before the new year. So let's go ahead and jump into this great epic conversation. Hey, what's up, y'all? So super excited. I'm really going to break down 3 ways that you can take action right now to reinvent yourself. At the time of this video, it's the end of 2023. It's mid-November, right before Turkey Day. It right now is 6:30 in the morning. Yes, your girl got on her gym clothes looking a hot mess, but nevertheless, bars. I received the download when I was working out, which is typically where I get my clarity from, of wanting to impart and share this information. So got my phone, let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's talk about the what. What is reinventing yourself, right? So let's just read the definition. It's not a small transformation. It's not a small thing that is changed. It is a profound, big change that can alter your identity, how you show up, who you are, and then I'm gonna also add like your business or your career. And so it's not something really small that you want to take lightly. And today I'm actually gonna break down what you need to do in order to start reinventing yourself right now. So as we chit chat today, I really want you to think about, is there a particular maybe part of your life that you actually want to reinvent, or heck, do you want to reinvent the whole thing? Because I know I'll be going through seasons like that where I'm like, not that I want to trash the last version of me, right? But it's just like, I am TK 10.0. You know, I have a good friend and she skipped from like 1.0 to like 4.0. And I'm like, come on now, quantum leap inside. And so let's talk about reinventing. So actually, I'm going to give you an example of how I've reinvented myself with the what, because I do believe that when you do create an example for yourself, it's easier to follow along. So I got my teeth done, meaning I got braces, right? So my smile, I'm gonna say a year ago, was good, but it was like this protruding tooth on the bottom. And of course, if I'm doing video and my video editor's zooming in really close, I don't like that. If I'm speaking on stages, I have to smile so that I cover up the bottom part of my mouth, because naturally that tooth shows up on a picture, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind, but of course you can get your own example. So let's get into these hows. Number 1, you want to do a self-reflection. So it doesn't matter what time of year you're watching this video, you want to sit down and look at what have you done in the last 12 minimum calendar months. If you want to just focus on the current year, that's fine. But because we are doing this video in November, I would say go back and look at, who were you on January 1st? Who are you now? Are those 2 different people? And are you where you wanted to be, right? Now I want you to look toward the future, and I want you to look at, where do you want to be in another 12 months? And what is the missing gap? So we got 2 things going on here. We're gonna do a reflection of how have we shown up in life, in business, or whatever that area is that you want to transform and reinvent. And then we're going to look at, so you got to figure out the missing gap over here. Then we're going to look at, okay, if I want to take a quantum leap or a shift and do the reinvention of myself for another 12 months, how is that supposed to happen? Especially if you knew in this reflection that you didn't even show up as your best self over the last 12 months. You're not just going to wake up on January 1st and become a new person. That is just not how reinvention works, okay? So as I mentioned earlier, again, just throwing in some examples, is I knew that in the next upcoming months, because I was launching digital products, launching live events, I knew that there would be photo shoots. I actually knew that right before my birthday, I was actually going to Walt Disney World, and I wanted to do a brand photo shoot because I hadn't done one in a year and a half. Now, one of the issues that was in my mind was like, I don't know if I want to take a photo shoot with braces. However, at the end of the day, my brand over everything, I needed new pictures. So I'm like, I'm gonna be cute with braces. I'm gonna get the color that matches my brand with the little rubber bands. And I did. And it's crazy because a lot of people didn't even know that I had braces. I guess because of how I talk, you really can't see unless you zoom in. But also, you know, I made them match with everything I had on, which is typically pink, right? So you want to do some type of self-reflection. Like for me, I was looking at the videos. You want to sit down and look at, okay, who did I say I was going to be for the whole year and what did I actually do. So do a reflection and give yourself some examples so that you can really show up for yourself in this next season. Make sense? So reflection. Number 2, you want to set goals. So now that you have a picture of where you said you was gonna be, where you are, and then where you want to be, now we're going to take where you are right now and we're going to look at where you want to be and set some goals. Now here's where things can get, I'm gonna say, a bit overwhelming, is that I find that people set way too many goals for themselves, like in 15, 20 different areas, and now it looks like a massive to-do list. And what happens is, if you're constantly looking at that to-do list, or it's broken down into this big old vision board, every time you look at the vision board, you're gonna feel like, I ain't accomplishing nothing. So what I would like you to do, again, ain't nothing wrong with having a big vision, but break down that big vision at minimum into 12 months, okay? And I'm gonna show you in number 3 how to reverse engineer it, but you do want to be very specific with what you are working on. So a lot of people know about the SMART goal method, but just in case, I'm gonna break it down. When you have a goal, let's just use my braces, right? When I wanted a better smile, I needed to look at it, honestly, in the SMART goal method: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time. So if I were to break that down, what specifically do I want? Specific, not I want a brand photo shoot, but specifically I want a nice smile. It is not I want braces, because that was not my desire, but that was what was needed in order for me to get the smile that I wanted. So that's a specific. Measurable. Measurable for me was, how did I want my smile to look? Typically measure can be for numbers, so you can say how much money do I want in my bank account, but for me it was like measuring what my smile was going to look like on a photo and on video. So I actually looked at different smiles in the dental office and they were like, what do you want? And I was like, I didn't have any gaps. I just need this tooth to be gone. So attainable, I put attainable and realistic together. That's the A and the R. Attainable. Am I able to actually do this in this time? Now I did have a conference coming up. So I was like, do I want braces for the conference? I know I had photo shoots coming up. Do I want braces for the photo shoot? But at the end of the day, I felt like it was attainable based on the time frame that I wanted to fix my mouth. I don't want to put it off for another year. Hell's been put off for 5 years. So then the realistic is it realistic for me to do this? Now, for most people, it would need to be, you need to look at your finances, because as an adult, dental work is not like that. It's not covered in your insurance. And even with the dental insurance, I don't care what kind of premiums people have. I have the top-notch insurance that I have through my own company, right? And I swear, as soon as I get one cleaning, one x-ray, and if I gotta do one major thing like a root canal, I don't have any other coverage for the whole year. So I have to pay out of pocket. Like, it's crazy, but that's a whole nother conversation. So nevertheless, it's attainable for me because I want it. And then it's realistic because I have the money to get it done. So you do need to sit down and think. Then time, when do I want the result of my specific thing to happen? For me, I was like, I really hope that it's not no 2 to 3 year process. I really hope this dude, the dentist, say something like 12 to 15 months, right? That was my desire. But of course I had to go to the appointment and I had to talk to them about that, right? So again, SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time, okay? So the third step is you gotta take action. You have to take what I call massive action. If you think too much after you've created the goal, you're probably gonna get lost in your mind and you're not going to do what you need to do. So how do you take action? This is what I meant earlier by breaking it down in small steps. So if you look forward for whatever your goal is for reinvention in one particular area, right? You wanna reverse engineer it and break it down into smaller chunks. So if I look at any goal that I set for myself in 12 months, I'm gonna say, okay, if this is the bigger picture that I want for 12 months, what do I need to do every quarter? Maybe if you think in 12-week or 90-day increments. For business, I always think in quarters. So what do I need to do every 90 days? So just script it out, and it gotta be perfect. Like, you can change it later, but that's a big thing too, like brain dump. Don't feel like the first plan you write has to be the last plan, right? So break it down into maybe 4 quarters, especially for a year. And then once you break it down into quarters, here's where the magic happens. Now you can say, okay, within the first 90-day period, which starts today, not tomorrow, not Monday, unless you may be doing a health goal, you maybe want to binge eat, I don't know. Or maybe you got to go to like an appointment like me. But today can be, let me call the dentist, as long as it's a reasonable hour on a business day, and I'm going to call them and I'm going to see if I can make an appointment for the orthodontist. Like, it's that simple, right? I know it's gonna cost money, so let me make a consultation appointment. Simple, get it done. So I need to write down, what do I need to accomplish within that 90-day period, and what do I want that 90-day period outcome to look like? Once I get the mini vision for that 90 days, then I'm gonna say, okay, 90 days still feel like a long time depending on what you're working on. So now you're gonna go another step backward. And you're gonna look at, okay, what do I need to do in the first 30 days of the 90-day period? Because see, now what we're doing is we're making it more attainable and realistic, because at times, again, when you set goals for yourself, what could happen is if you project the deadline out so far, and let's just say you got a bad day, you got a bad week, you don't feel like doing something, or just life starts life, and you may end up giving up on yourself simply because the end goal is too far and there's too much to get done. I'm not asking you to look at your to-do list for the whole 12 months. You're gonna see at the end how your to-do list can turn into 7 days, technically 24 hours. And then if you compound that interest, it will become your 12-month goal, and you'll probably hit your goal faster. Kind of like spoiling it for y'all, sorry. So you take the 30-day goal. Now that you have that in mind, so my 30-day goal for the dentist may be, okay, I need to make sure within the first 30 days, unless availability is an issue, that I get my consultation appointment. That is my vision and my goal for the first 30 days, because I know their schedules are a little iffy, okay? So now 30 days, okay, so what is my goal in the next 7 days? You can do 14, but I say 7. So in the next 7 days, I just make sure that I'm going to upkeep my teeth. Now, another thing that I did, and you could do too, is like, what is something measurable that you can actually get done that you know needs to be prep work for the ultimate goal? So for me, it will probably be, okay, even though I'm having this consultation, at the end of the day, I know my whole mouth needs to be cleaned. I need to get deep cleaning. I need to make sure that I'm on top of my regular dental work, whether it's updating a crown, getting everything checked out, whatever it is, okay? So you want to look at 7 days, what needs to get done, and then you go down to, all right, 7 days, what do I need to do in the next 24 hours? And what will happen is every day you wake up, you're going to start asking yourself, how can I be 1% better than what I was yesterday? Or how can I add on 1% toward my goal to compound interest into the bigger goal? Does that make sense? So let me know in the comment box if, first of all, that just makes way more sense. Like, wow, like instead of thinking about your 12-month goal, or some of y'all hell got 5-year goals, that's cool, but you need to break it down into smaller chunks. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, since I done told y'all my story, I'm gonna roll you like a real clip in this video to show you what my 12-month graduation journey was, and we're gonna start it right here. All right, so I really hope that you enjoyed that clip video. Look at your girl smile. I ain't got no filter on here, but I'm just saying, like, it's still popping. I do have to wear a retainer for 6 months throughout the day. I honestly do not wear it when I'm talking because this video will go a lot slower. Okay, and of course you don't eat it when you're eating. I mean, you don't wear it when you're eating, but I will wear it at nighttime. You know, I cleanse it. I do not roll it up in no napkin so you can use it, you know, lose it or whatever. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. It's 6 something in the morning. But nevertheless, I'm really, really happy with my smile. So let's sum things up. Okay, so far we've talked about the 3 ways you can reinvent yourself. We talked about what reinventing means. Let's close it out with talking about some quick facts of things that can, just some research more. I like to share data and facts because sometimes people get in the habit of doing things like setting New Year's resolutions as our big number 3 tip for reinventing yourself. And if you have to wait until January 1st to set a goal for yourself, we already losing. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop some quick facts on this third tip, tip. So I want to share with you how many people abandon their New Year's resolution, and you may be one of them, not sure. So do you know that, and this is based off of the statistics that are dropping into 2024, but these were statistics that came up in 2023. So there is a 23% early drop-off rate with New Year's resolutions by the end of the first week of January. 23% out of 100, that's a lot, right? So 43% of people drop their New Year's resolution by the end of the second week of January. So by January 15th, we done lost y'all about 60% of people who said, new year, new me, right? Like, habits die hard. Y'all gotta create habits. That's why we shouldn't wait until 41 days from now and say, oh my gosh, let me make a New Year resolution, and you haven't did any prep work, okay? Research also shows that the percentage left is that only 9% of people are successful by the end of the year with their goal setting, because over 40% of people, drop out around with like the 40% that's left or more. It's actually up to 54% to be exact. Their goal ends at the end of February. So out of the percentage that's left, 54% of those people drop off by February, which means that it's only about a 9% success rate. That's crazy. So why is that? Let me just drop some knowledge on y'all. Okay, if you really want to become the best version of you, you want to reshift, or I call reframe. I do this like a knob, like changing, right? Is you want to reframe your mindset and practice the be, do, have model. Be, do, have. What that means is that, again, if you're looking at your 12-month goal, who do I need to become who do I need to become to get what I want? Then now that I know who I need to become, like I got a vision of that person, what does that person need to do to have what they want? Got it? Be, do, have. Now, what a lot of people do, even per research and data, is that they practice it literally backwards. Have, do, be. Right? So if we look at like weight loss, because that's one of the number ones, or, curvy, voluptuous, whatever you want to do for like the new year, right? A lot of people do this. They like, all right, what kind of outfit do I need to have so that I can feel good to like get in the gym? So they focus on like a new outfit. That's the have. Then the do. They like, well, what do I need to do now that I got my cute outfit in the gym? So you go into the gym without a plan. And then you focus on the be last, meaning, all right, I'm gonna be so fly after all this happens. No. We need to get your mindset first right, because your mindset is a thing that's going to push you to do the activities and to allow it to become habits to then get what you want, all right? So if you enjoyed this video, I have a super huge bonus for you. I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm a mom, I'm a college professor, I am an educator by nature, I'm a businesswoman over 2 businesses, 1 mental health business with streams of income under that with multi-6 figures, and then I also have a 7-figure digital product business. And one thing that I can say that I have learned is that practicing the be, do, have model has saved not just my business, but also it's implemented a lot of abundance in my life. And so I want to impart on you the opportunity to take advantage of watching my masterclass. It's called Reframe Your Abundance. If you want to learn more about it, it's about a 1 hour or so masterclass. It's visual for my visual learners. You can listen to it, on the go, take notes, and it's really good, okay? So let me tell you what it's going to include. One is I have a 7-step framework of how to reinvent yourself. And so I'm not going to just say, all right, here are 3 tips, goodbye. It's literally like slide by slide on the video, breaking down not just the what, but how to do it. Right? And we're gonna go way more in detail even than what we did in this short video. So I'm gonna walk you through my 7-step framework of how you can reframe your abundance. And where is this gonna help you at? It's gonna help you if you look at like the life wheel. It's gonna help you with personal development. It's gonna help you with professional development to elevate your mindset, elevate your lifestyle, elevate your, ability to take action. But of course, even after you watch the masterclass, I want you to make an action plan for how you're gonna implement at least one thing that I share in the framework. Please do not leave that masterclass saying, I gotta do all 7 today, because if not, you need to come back and watch this video, okay? I'm also gonna give you tips of how to implement change immediately, not next year, but the day that you actually watch the masterclass, all right? And more importantly, we're gonna talk about how to stay committed. So it's going to be talking about the be, do, have model. It's going to bring up what is abundance. It's going to talk about what does reframe mean. You need to change the way that you see the world, that you see your level of success. And so if you wanna check out that masterclass, make sure to click the link in the notes. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are not part of the abundance community already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. And I would love to connect with you. So if you could please go to the comment box, let me know either one, what are you gonna do after this video? Are you gonna enroll for the masterclass? What tip are you gonna really sit down and think about? Maybe you took some notes. And then secondly, if you also wanna share with me, because I would love to connect with you, what do you wanna take action on, let's just say in the next 90 days? So granted, you know where you wanna be in 12 months. What do you wanna accomplish in the next 90 days, all right? So I love you. I will talk to you later in another video. Have a great and abundant day. Bye.